Alright, we got Mastro once again playing Zawan in the teal versus Saykoya, who's going twins in their default black color.
Yeah.
Yeah, once upon a heist as well. I assumed this was Saykoya's pick.
Yeah, there's no way Mastro. This does not seem like a Mastro pick. No, wait, it is Mastro's pick, though, right? Because it's the third game?
He might have
Yeah.
chosen position instead, though.
That's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
So actually, I believe it is Mastro's pick. Because I was talking with him last night. Or, well, I guess today, for all y'all in Europe. Yeah, so this will be interesting. So yeah, it's Zawan versus Twins. Twins is largely regarded as a worse seal, but on this map they have the interesting idea
there's a lot
sniping.
There's a lot of groove plays you can do on both sides, really. And I'm glad to see a goose map being played in the finals. Always love to see it.
This is really fun. Yeah.
Not my style of map. I am a very known detractor of thieves on my maps, but this map's gonna have a lot of opening science. We might see, honestly, a divergence of game plans pretty quickly on it, just because there's a lot of potential for doing that kind of thing here.
Mastro's going for a very standard opening so far, the aggressive commander, and Saykoya's mirroring it as well. So both players kind of want to be on the attack, it looks like.
Actually, so I was thinking that maybe Mastro picked this because of a conversation we had, but actually they have the better position, so they probably just left it open and knew that Koya would pick this.
Oh yeah, because I think I've definitely heard Mastro say this is not their favorite map. So
yeah. It's been perma-banned in like all the other matches, but they've left it open now.
Yeah, I mean, I assume because they only get one ban in grand finals, I assume that they banned Meadow.
I could check out, yeah.
In the future, we should try to make all like bans and information like that public information, I think. Make this a little easier.
Yeah.
Alright, so one of the reasons this map keeps getting banned is because it's extraordinarily volatile. When you're playing in a tournament, the last thing you want is risk, and this is a map where there's so many weird things you can do that if you're not ready for it or you've never seen it before, you could immediately lose the game without any hope of real counterplay. On the flip side there, you can do a lot of really creative things that your opponent can't stop. So it's very, very rewarding to prepare this map against an unprepared opponent.
So what you're telling me is that this is a sneaky map.
You think I do prep? Goodness.
You've never done prep in your life ever. Never.
This would have been a sneaky map 3 years ago. 100% 3 years ago.
Okay, I see how it is.
I will note, and I don't think this is going to happen in this game because it's like very rare, but the Stronghold is this is one of the few maps where a Stronghold heist can happen.
Yes, in theory. Yeah. In theory. It is reasonable to go for here. However, I would say it's also really hard to pull off.
Oh yeah, I mean, the only times I've ever managed to do it is when I've lost the game. So,
but
I guess like Zawan is like probably one of the better COs to get in that high stuff because you can protect the thief after with very little other units.
Yeah, it's like him and Tenry, I think.
Yeah. I would say it's practically impossible to actually successfully pull the heist off unless you have contested or mixed hideouts there. Then maybe you could see that as an idea, but oh boy.
I like the early Harpy tech.
I think Harpy's interesting here.
Yeah, both players opening in the night first, which I think is right on this map.
Yeah, Air's really strong here.
Yeah. It also
ignore the terrain.
Yeah, it's also the first unit you can get that can harass the barge out of dropping stuff, so you can makes you
Slow down, yeah.
win. Yeah, makes you win the barge side faster.
I wonder if we'll ever see a wagon. Wagon is a potentially viable pick here for transport instead of air, at least on the barge side. If you ever
I
decide to
definitely
go that.
there was definitely a point in time. I think it was an earlier version in Wargroove 1, but wagon was basically the opening.
Yeah,
There's less money in this version, so you don't get wagon for opening.
Also, this version is very fast. I've actually tried wagon a few times on it, and you just get overrun before it can really get anything out.
I mean, I would like to put like Harpy being buff is probably a big reason for that, as well as less vills that you need to cap. I think I would assume that other than just less vills in general, the mill substitutes like 2 or 3 vills instead. So you know, the econ is not quite the same. However, there's a hideout by a mill. Wonder how do we know the numbers on that? If a thief steals from a mill, how much does it get? Is it the
It's
same?
300.
It's the same.
It's 300
Okay.
for any non-stronghold building. It's 300.
Yeah. It is important to note this cannot build thieves though.
Yes.
Only
Okay.
This one.
It is only
the
at the
central
plus
ones
spot.
can.
Speaking of
there's-
mills, who has the mill on the left side?
Saykoya just flipped it. Or
Um,
oh no, it got knocked down and
Yeah,
Saykoya
Koya capped
retook
and then
it.
got decapped.
That looks like. I mean, the CO is there, but we'll see.
Yeah. Interesting enough, Koya's not choosing to contest the lumber mill for a turn.
I think it's just because Commander got into position just a little bit quicker. So he
I think
can't
they
hit
took
the
the same.
thing.
I think they took the same. Oh wait, is the lumber mill at 60 right now for Mastro? Or
I
it should be
think
at
it will
70.
be.
That's fine.
Yeah, now it's
And there's some
60.
slight differences
60.
in what they've
Never
been doing.
there
No
wasn't an
middle,
opportunity.
no middle hideout capture yet, and I don't, honestly, for how these guys are playing, it doesn't look like they're gonna go for it either. However, could be an interesting idea. The swords could cap and then steal some vills, but
Then chaos ensues.
yeah, once one thief's out on this map, oh boy, a lot of
what-
pressure.
What's Twin's charge right now?
Let's see, 53%. 54 on Zawan, so they're pretty even.
So yeah, both of these characters can snipe the barge. Twins with T1, Greenfinger with T2. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens.
But
Yeah.
Greenfinger has just a little bit more stronghold pressure than the twins. I'm not sure if this position necessarily favors Saykoya, though I think Saykoya has better pressure on the barge.
Well, yes, but I would like to point out that twins can pressure armies off, similar to how Teneri can pressure tech units away. You don't really want to be dealing with a nasty tier 2 groove from twins at all. So it's kind of really scary to be having a character like that this close. It'll take a while before tier 2 is online, but long term it could be potentially devastating to keep fighting there.
Also, a slight
That's
opening difference that I'm realizing is mattering. Mastro healed Seal slight 1 turn later on the village next to the rivers, which gave it 1 more turn to regen, and now Mastro was high enough to decap the 70 vill in 1 turn. 90% commander will not do that. Oh, wait, actually no, Koya, never mind, ignore me. Koya is also going to regen the 95.
Yeah, they'll get
Sorry.
5 health.
Seems like they did similar openings.
Yeah. They both did side switch.
Ooh, this central Harpy's gonna be a bit of a pain though.
Yeah, but not-
Can it
down the
decap
village.
that 38 Philip? Is that gonna...
Yep. Yep,
Oh.
yep.
Yes.
Saykoya probably wishing that they had... Oh no, because the mage can just run left and that will cover her. Okay, so
Yeah.
it should be alright, but... It
Well,
forces
that doesn't
the
mean
mage
the
to
mage is
go
out of-
left.
Well, the mage can't stand there.
It gets caught by
Because
Zawan on the way out.
Yeah, it gets hit
Oh.
by CO. So
Oh yeah.
you have to protect it. So you're losing a sword here to keep the veil.
Yeah.
But that's
Or
not
you-
what the harpy is gonna hit. The harpy is gonna hit the hideout.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, here's the thing. Saykoya is trying to cover their stronghold because Greenfinger, like I said before, has a much stronger attack, and you can do it with tier 1. If twins dump tier 1 fire on Zawan's army, okay, they're going to take a bit of damage, but they can hit the crystal at the very least. They could possibly bring it down if Mastro can get enough troops dumped in time. Then twins has no more groove. But those vines are going to continue to stay there for several turns, and if they can block tiles on the HQ, Mastro can get an automatic and unstoppable win. Now, I'm not saying that Greenfinger is necessarily better in this situation. There are advantages you can have just by nuking your opponent's army, instead of by putting non-attacking walls. But what Mastro might be trying to do right now is use Harpy to control both central hideouts, build thieves, and pressure so many things that Saykoya cannot launch an attack. They have to defend against all this craziness. But I don't know if that's what they're going for, because building thieves is not a very Mastro-like strategy.
It could be. I mean, on this map, thieves are a tempo play, right? They give you a lot of pressure and threaten a lot of things, so it forces your opponent to have to defend, slowing them down. And on this map, where you have so many targets from so many different hideouts, it's pretty easy to get a thief to a good spot, and pretty much any time you can buy a thief in one turn and then steal, it's usually not a bad buy. So
Mastro learned that the hard way last game.
hardlining Saykoya.
So we see Balloon Mage. Balloon, I think, makes a lot of sense because you're not only is having an extra transport really nice, but the pressure of fire on the barge means that you've got a backup in case that does happen.
So the question is, when Koya gets to T1, does Mastro keep using the barge like normal, or puts in the river behind the stronghold to keep it safe? Honestly, might just do that regardless because it's starting to get overrun like it usually does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Moving the barge to the river becomes much better because you want to defend your stronghold. One thing Saykoya is doing a little bit better is positioning their commander closer to Mastro's stronghold. Mastro's a turn behind, maybe 2, with respect to that. And then on top of that, half a turn behind. Interesting. Mastro's actually half a turn behind on the stronghold attack. Oh, that's cool.
That
But
might be because of the FTA. I'm not entirely sure though.
it's possible.
It could
But
just be the
Saykoya's
FTA
troops
setup. So
are closer to defending the stronghold. It's a little more awkward for Greenfinger to walk over there. So this is the critical moment. If we see those 2 swords in the mage make their way over to the stronghold, then Saykoya is arguably ahead on the defense and in a slightly better position because they want different things. Mastro wants to destroy a crystal quickly. Saykoya wants to stand in front of it and stall. So Saykoya might just have the tiniest advantage in the big picture strategy here, if they can move their troops to the left.
I think they
where's
lose the sword,
Saykoya's
though.
harpy? Very
Yes.
far. I mean, a harpy can reposition fairly quickly, but I like the position of Mastro's harpy a lot more. Puts a lot more
going
pressure on
for-
so many places.
Koya
And
going
honestly,
for
honestly, I mean, I'm trying to see if there's a way Mastro can safely attack any of the I guess you could attack from the bottom of the hideout.
Yeah.
And you really like all you really need to do is just delay it by 1 turn so it's not equal. Like that's enough to make a massive difference. So I mean, Sneaky's probably correct, and we'll probably see a hideout decap here.
I'm worried if we don't, Saykoya is definitely going to build a thief just to screw with Mastro, and I think it would be pretty effective.
I don't think a thief buy is necessarily bad here, although you tend to prefer
Ooh.
buying it later on.
That might stop it, though.
Gonna take the free sword, yes.
Yeah, both players it's probably just gonna have some units stranded.
Very scary
what-
for Saykoya defending here.
Actually, I think Mastro's gonna be losing a lot more units that are stranded, which is unfortunate.
Maybe. We'll see.
You have to remember, you can't take the time to kill each one individually with your commander. You will lose the game if you try to do that.
Yeah, but you're farming Groove every turn, so it is... Early game, it's not a bad idea.
Right,
Yeah.
but like, I'd gladly sacrifice a sword every single turn to keep their commander off of my stronghold while I'm attacking theirs, is kind of the idea.
That's true, that's true. I think for Mastro, the biggest thing they can do on the defense here is just make sure their mage is safe so that the Harpy can't harass. And then try to zone out the 1-2 punch of Commander and Sword Crit.
I don't know how much I like retreating those swords. They're now going to be completely useless for most of the game, unless you want to try to maybe rush that lumber mill later. Ooh.
I think it's trying to zone out the Harpy specifically, but the Harpy will switch. So it's like the next buy from... Oh.
There we
Mastro
go.
is choosing to preserve his swords for as long as possible to keep this like harassing force in the corner, instead of Koya, who was like early crossing over to HQ earlier but lost something on the way out.
What are the reinforcements for Saykoya on the CS side? Like what's being bought? So sword, you have about 2 turns before night comes in. So yeah, that keeping those there will put pressure on both the mill and the Ville there.
Ooh, that Harpy positioning.
That's good positioning, but Mastro targeting the barge could be a critical error.
I think this is Dragon time. I don't think that was a full cut, right?
I don't think the Thief Buy is good here from Saykoya. I don't think it works because your Knight comes in and defends.
There's the Dragon.
Dragon. That's classic. Back in the old Heist, Dragon was extremely oppressive on the map by the end of the lifespan of the game. So, nice to see that it still has some fangs.
I can't remember, I think it was this tournament we saw a dragon get hit by a mage and then go on to kill a barge later.
Oh, I think I know which match you're talking about. I feel like that was an MV kind of match. So maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't remember exactly who was playing, but I do remember that happened, so.
Yeah. There's something Koya already has built Witch, mainly because it chases out the heartbeat that harasses at the bars, but also very useful if your opponent builds Dragon for the HQ rush. Or what is probably an HQ rush.
I wonder if Saykoya preempted the Dragon by seeing that Mastro had saved a little bit.
It's possible.
Maybe. Also, that's some units dangerously close to the stronghold.
Yeah, this is why I was saying oh no before. Not because of the Thief Buy anymore. Mastro stopped that. But because Mastro chose to go right instead of left. The correct move for Mastro, I think, would have been to attack the hideout and take a central position. By going after the barge, Mastro is making the mistake that I just said Koya shouldn't make by trying to kill a sword each turn. If you get locked up in the corner and forget that there's a win condition right over there, and your opponent does not make that mistake, you could outright lose the game.
Good positioning right here. No
no
panicking or anything. Like you can like be like, oh no, my barge is under pressure, and just run it to this village and heal it, and it's like no.
Actually, is there enough to stop this? You have vines this turn. And there's gonna be
What were we
Night Crit
saying?
lined up.
Yeah, we're gonna see a potential lethal.
Ooh, yeah.
Very sneaky, some sneaky tech here. Maybe this has more fangs than we thought.
I mean, yeah, Zawan T1's really strong for this rush.
Ooh.
A couple other seals strong, yeah.
I think they're fine on the principle that they have a knight around, but
I think
not
they
what
can
you want to
clear
be
vines,
seeing.
but
Yeah, it's not what you want to see here. I think you'll eat a nasty hit or two from Zawan and a
Yeah.
knight crit.
that mage is
I mean,
really
honest-
close
yeah,
too, so
I mean, both players are claustrophobically close. So it's a question of can you afford to bring the mage forward for the attack for Mastro?
This might be a both sides collapse in and one side wins faster situation.
Yeah. Which
Because I don't see anything from Mastro's side to defend their HQ.
there's Pike and Sword, but that doesn't really stop CO.
like yeah, there's a night crit 1 turn out, so
So they're definitely slower if Sequoia can't defend.
and 1% away. All right, anything needs to go and hit something.
Throw a sword at the
guess-
CO. Arg.
You can, I guess you can actually balloon over some stuff, so it's not as bad necessarily.
That's still gonna take a
Mastro.
while to get there.
You can
Balloon
totally
is in
crit the
place.
hideout. I don't know how much groove that gives, but
It gives 9 because it's a kill.
I see.
What you have to remember is that the commander and the sword can both hit the stronghold, and we're looking at a 2-turn lethal if Mastro doesn't respond. No matter
Yeah.
what Mastro does on his side, I'm not sure if Mastro has a similar 2-turn lethal that could activate before Saykoya's. If Mastro
You can
puts
block.
Vines on this turn, for example, even with Night Crit plus full commander, assuming you could get that, which I'm not sure you could, you still wouldn't be able to take it down in 2 turns.
Yeah, it's
Especially
not enough
considering
damage.
that the vines are not protecting side attacks. Saykoya positioned very well for that. So the attacking units would be damaged. Meanwhile, there is nothing that would damage the commander or the sword for Saykoya, and Saykoya has backups. This is just something Saykoya is a little more in tune with than Mastro. Mastro tends to sleep on the bigger strategy when chasing after villages or things like the barge. And I'm worried that their attack might just not be as fast or as safe.
The one thing here is that Mastro can block one side, so it's only going to be Commander. That is still very strong, but it's only Commander this turn if they block a balloon.
Dragon's coming in. I think Dragon's actually maybe is really scary here. Because that means you're almost guaranteed 2 sides. Not quite. You still have to... I think everything there lives with 1 hit, but...
I think you just run up, put commander like down right from the stronghold, put vines up,
Yeah.
and then I think you
Because your
just go-
dragon can hit 1 side if the commander can't, and the commander can clear if the dragon can't hit. So I think this might be a winning attack, but it's gonna be close, and I do think the Harpy should run up and hit something. That is probably my biggest take. Harpy should totally sack the trade if it means stuff gets cleared.
With Vines, you can actually block a mage to, I think, get a hit on the River Sword, I think.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm assuming Mastro does put Balloon over just to block for this turn.
Yeah, it's
The
not
question
really
is,
gonna-
where does the
Oh, sorry.
where does the mage go? Because this is deciding whether Mastro is full committing to this or not. There's only one mage.
You could totally move the mage up as far as possible here, right? And then protect it with vines, because I think you have enough vines to protect like a whole wall.
I mean, you could also
So-
just like take the hideout.
Yeah, but then
That means you can't reach the Witch
Yeah.
Fate's blocker on either
Exactly.
side of the stronghold.
The hideout's
then-
too slow now. It should have been taken before.
if you need groove, you can always sack against the opponent's CO. So getting groove here is not the issue.
Oh, I was thinking
Yeah, I
less for
actually
group,
would
or
in
just-
this situation. Saykoya didn't build an attacking mage, which is actually usually a big mistake when you're going for a stronghold rush, which is
It's
what
need to
this game has
yeah.
turned into.
Yeah.
Ooh,
hits it. Yeah, I
Ooh,
think they're
goes
good.
going for it.
Okay, so that makes it a 2-turn.
And then they just block every turn, right? Or block with groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is over.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. Either that, or you hit something in behind and guarantee 2 hits.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
you
over
just-
yet.
You need
It's
to
not
keep
over
those
yet.
sides.
It's not over yet, but this is looking like a strong attack. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah, I'll have to
remember
see if
that the
I can
whip
actually-
is still in play. There are hexes, there's harassing. Mastro could accidentally allow an attack. We might see the mage not dedicate to the attacking side, and then it couldn't heal if that happens. There's a lot that could go
Exactly.
wrong here.
Yeah.
Right.
They can misplay, but I think they have the advantage. Okay. Mage can block here.
I don't.
Or not mage, witch. Looks like they can do something funny here.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Oh no, it doesn't go far enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is game.
You
Like,
you have to
actually-
block right and you have to block bottom side. Well, you have to block either. Problem is, mage is now blocked from actually hitting from the river tile, and which does not reach.
Question:
So-
Can knight plus sword kill a vine?
Yeah, that's yes, can.
Yeah, on road, I guess. Planes?
Planes as well because it's 110 combination.
Which still can't reach though.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's not enough though. The mage still won't reach.
You need to kill
Yeah.
the other vine for mage to reach. Yeah,
Mhm.
this is.
Mhm.
This might be hilariously short game 3.
Yeah, I think it's actually just game. Like, I think there's nothing you can do about this.
This
You
also
could
means
put
I
the
think you can
whip
actually. I think you can
right
actually
below,
bring
yeah.
them. Yeah, okay, that's kind of hilarious. I actually don't know if you even need mage, but it might as well because I don't think.
Yeah, you should absolutely move mage and then move sword up just for extra pressure.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you
think-
want to heal the hex damage.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't know if you need it, but regardless, it's still better.
Why? You don't need that.
I think they wanna they don't need to, but I think they want to steal if possible. That'd be really funny.
Which doesn't
This is
block anything. just
Mastro
kind
we're talking about. Mastro doesn't do shenanigans.
Yeah, but when in Rome.
It could
Yeah,
be a
it's-
revenge flex for yesterday's game. I
Was
like
there
the
a
witch
much-
build.
Was there a much better spot for the mage to stand? Because it's on a mountain here.
Yeah, but I would have preferred it further to the right so that you can zone things a little better, so that you can like get a heal wherever you need it.
Yeah, it's slightly better if you don't decap. Very slightly.
I
Because
think
you can
still
technically heal.
technically reach Green Finger with a heal.
I think you could technically heal the harpy though if you moved it farther up, which probably doesn't matter that much, but like it
You
could.
can heal Zawan this turn.
If you can heal Zawan, you're fine.
You can heal Zawan. You also
I
actually
hope
don't need to
Mastro
heal
goes
Zawan.
for a mage attack on twins. That would be cool.
Already went for a sword hit.
Can the mage not reach? Oh, the mage can't reach too. That's a shame.
Alright, time for Koi to be in the tank, thinking of if you can live this.
I don't see any way. Like, there's no way to break all the vines.
So yeah, you can't, like, damaging Zawan does not prevent this, because Night Dragon is what kills here.
Yeah, exactly. And the highway is up online, so the dragon
Uh-oh.
definitely gets around.
Wait.
What?
Can T1 reach the right side?
No, it has 4 range, it does not do anything here.
1, 2,
Well, it-
3, 4.
Actually, no, it reaches the dragon.
Clips like the
reaches-
mage, I think, and maybe the dragon.
Even
clips
if
the
it
dragon,
hit, even if it hit the other units, you mage heal your attacking units, right? So it doesn't even
Yes.
matter.
It doesn't matter. This is still lethal.
I'm just trying to think if there's some puzzle mode combination that stops this. Because if you
Yeah.
use a witch hex and twins fire, then it would have to be able to reach the knight. So if it can't reach the knight, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Groove does not reach Night here.
Up. That wasn't an HQ hit.
I mean, only
Like
CO
Where's
could
Farm
hit
and
it.
Groove?
I mean, only one unit could have hit, so it's better to be the CO anyways.
Does hitting a vine count as
Nope. It's
No,
not
No,
good
it doesn't
for-
give groove. Okay,
Nope.
that makes sense.
I believe hitting CO related objects does not generate groove. So like hitting Quinn's emblem does not generate groove.
But he could Saykoya could throw the sword down and get the other sword and have groove. So
Actually,
Okay,
thinking about it,
Jasper.
the only way to really, actually no, it doesn't work because mage will just heal. Like hex would do some damage to the knight, but you just drop a mage
Yeah.
heal. Like you can't block the
Yeah.
the highway.
100% Knight and 90% Dragon should finish this, because that's, I believe, 56 plus, what should roughly be like 35?
36?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. How much HQ does the HP have? Reverse those two words.
88.
88.
HQ is 88. So, yeah.
How much HQ does the HP have?
quite a bit, I would say. But it looks like hard lining Saykoya couldn't draw a hard enough line against the Mastro attack. What a shame.
And this is
I'm amazed that Saykoya didn't put units directly in front of the stronghold. I was like, yeah, you just put dudes here. That slows down the attack for 1 turn and you're good. But Saykoya moved them out of range of Greenfinger, ready to hit the vines. It looked good, admittedly, a turn before, but it's not how they usually play, and it also let this happen.
Well, I think this map is susceptible to these types of attacks, and maybe, like, I don't want to call any FTA because I'm sure there's counterplay to this, but like this is very. I don't know how you'd both pressure. I guess you just have to play more passive around your HQ after your units are finished capping.
Yeah, get like one more air reinforcement, like the balloon pikes up like
I
one
mean,
turn earlier.
I think a big difference was the harpy went off to the left. Like if it had gone
Yeah,
center,
yeah.
it could have been used to help defend.
Yeah, hybrid position does a lot. The first hybrid position does a lot on this map.
Because if you
And
see
maybe,
your opponent trying to go on your stronghold, you just send your harpy to support, and then all of a sudden, like a lot of this doesn't happen anymore.
Okay. I mean, that's a
Ooh.
dead mage, regardless. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
definitely dies.
can you stop the highway?
you
I don't
can't
think so.
because you move the sword to the side. You have another sword to hit it, and you have a sword to hit from or CO crit with it. Not CO, but sword crit from the top, which should definitely.
Okay, damages the mage. I guess this
Oh.
could mean that the witch can
Yeah,
hex
no,
and
so
won't
this-
die.
Can you stop the highway?
No, I don't think so, because I don't think you can cover the backside of the mage, which means these two swords. Oh, wait.
Yeah, there's no way you cover the backside of the mage because it's you have to protect with the CO crit
What about the
or
front
sword crit.
Actually, yeah, that's still not enough. Yeah. Yeah, because I think the
Which
think that
hex
there's-
left of mage, sword strike, sword? Have we stopped it?
I think the
Sword,
I think
no, because it's a sword crit. There's a sword crit on top that totally nukes
Yeah.
him.
30% sword and the 23 suiciding should be enough to finish
And
the
since
mage.
it's if you attack the sword, the mage just heals, which should
Also,
definitely be
this-
enough with suicides.
Also, this means you can actually
Oh,
I
they
think
use the
sword
sword.
goes to the left of mage.
Wow. But that means
does-
mage hits. That means mage hits instead, right? Because mage hits from under. So it's still fine. So I think this is still a
this
win.
still works. This still
Yeah, it
works
still
because
works.
I think it still works, yeah.
yeah, the two swords still right of Greenfinger is what kills the mage. Well, actually no. Yeah, mage and sword will finish left.
So
Does-
it's
does
sword
Knight crit
suicide mage.
commander finish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Yeah, because you just have to kill the
Ooh.
sword with your swords, and then Knight crit.
does
and
the
commander
fact
on
that
the right.
Knight got hit by the hex matter?
Well,
And
I
the fact that
mean-
you
Does a
should-
mage
Yes, but you
heal?
heal it.
I mean, I think you need mage to wall break here.
No, you
No,
don't.
you
No, you
can-
don't.
You
You
only
need
need
to
to
dragon
kill
on the
this
mage.
one sword. Like, that's all you have to do.
You
is
don't need
this
to kill
one
that sword. No, you don't need to kill that sword. You just kill the mage, and then commander knight.
Yeah, but like the
Does more
sword's
damage than
easier
dragon
to
knight, I
kill.
think.
So, like, there are far more things that can kill
Actually,
that
no, yeah,
sword.
that should
Oh,
still be
yeah,
enough.
yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Should still
saying.
be
Like,
enough.
the
Yeah.
knight just hits the underneath, and then Zawan hits from the right. Like, this
Well, you
is
can
like
just move
such a
behind
simple
too.
lethal. Like,
Yeah.
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 Terminology, guys. It's not a lethal unless it's a commander. It's a it's a back door if there was no defense. Since both players were defending, it's a stronghold rush. God.
I mean, yeah. Barrett is correct. You just move the vine on top, and you have two swords hitting. Like.
Yeah.
It's kind of true. And you have if you can do that,
actually,
you
yeah,
have a
you could
suicide.
even move just the vine on the left. You just move that, and you could, yeah, I didn't even see that swords being an option there. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
wait.
have so many different ways to clear
What?
this.
Oh, that's not what. Oh, I guess Harpy can actually finish this hilariously.
Oh, he's
why-
swagging right there.
Yeah, this is swag.
This still kills. Because
Yeah, you
Command
have
does
two
more damage than
swords.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, actually,
Sword
we can
crit,
just sword crit.
move vines.
Gonna do as much damage as possible. I guess it's also to be fair. This means you don't actually have to calc it.
They can throw. They can throw this. They can throw this, guys.
Oh, even
Wow,
suicide.
suicide.
Wow.
Gonna kill
Yeah.
as
The
many
flex.
things in the way out as
The
possible.
flex.
Reflex.
Mastro
They're gonna hit with
was
CO,
really
I
unhappy
think,
about
right?
having to play today.
The line could not hold. The line could not hold.
And funnily, this is Saykoya's map, right? But I guess it's
Yes.
not anymore. Mastro takes game number 3.
I think Mastro prepared for some sort of counter pick. Like this is probably one of their counter picks sciences, and they just wanted to pick the correct position for it instead. Because usually having the CO lead on a base rush map is good. Usually, not to say that this map is strictly base rush, but clearly in this game you can have some success pressuring that style with Zawan. So
Okay.
yeah, good commander and good positioning placement choice, I guess.
I guess we can say that Saykoya's line was not quite hard enough.
Oh.
True.
That is a joke that will only make sense if you watch the entirety of this VOD and not just the put up YouTube video.
Yeah,
It's
come
over.
watch the VOD. Oh, actually, wait.
It'll be in the live tab for YouTube actually, so that's fine. But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know if they're playing another game, which is
That was short enough for them to play another game, so
maybe.
I think it's
Mastro didn't want to
potential.
play today.
that is true. But they're prepared to play today regardless, so
They agreed to one game a day, and now it's Mastro's turn to be the hardliner, and his line is made of vines. I'm gonna keep these going.
yep.
I guess we just wait to hear from the players if they want to play more today. I'm happy to keep going. Like,
And this is one less day where I need to get up super early then.
I'm telling you right now, Saykoya's messaging Mastro like, GG, really got me. So how do you feel about playing one more game? And Mastro's like, oh, I don't wanna, but Mastro's also thinking like, but I'm in a good spot right now. I think I could take another one. But then again, do I really want to? And Saykoya's like, come on. And the fact that they're not in this like voice chat right now means they're still having this discussion. 10 out of 10, guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is funny is
well, actually,
they
before,
both have whoever.
before we continue
Yeah?
the conversation, I'm gonna change scene because this will be like the end of the VODs for the channel.
Got it.
But anyway, right. Stay tuned, everybody, on the YouTube. We'll see if the game shows up in your feed. It happened. If not, then it didn't.